is not really as valuable as it once was. The value of the dollar is going down. And at the end of the day, when you open your bank account and you see whatever number it is there, it's just a number. That's what it is. It's just a number. It's just a number. Don't fall in love with the fact that the number says whatever the number says. Fall in love with your money, finding ways to make you more money constantly, because the value of the dollar continues to fall. Interest continues to rise. If your money stays idle, you don't without you doing anything, because of the cost of living and inflation, your value of whatever that number says on your account is actually falling because of inflation and the cost of living and the value of the dollar. So you have to find ways to keep making your money moving. It's the only way to stay ahead of the curve. And so, again, we're big on investing in the stock market and doing it, of course, in a responsible and a safe manner. And we teach that thing in our financial community. But sometimes people they want to feel more control, and that's fine. Wholesaling is one way, and loaning money out and then getting back in interest. These are safe ways and other alternatives that you can use to get to make gains with your money. But you got to keep your money moving. Is the summary of the whole thing here.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the last thing for me that I would ever do. I like my little soldiers, bro. I like to see my soldiers all lined up. It gives me peace and stability, and my mind just works much better when I know my soldiers are there if I need them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's there. It just remember, the soldiers are always there, bro. The soldiers just may look different. So, for example, you got a real estate property and you wiped out, 50 grand from your account. Well, your account is $50,000 less because of the down payment, but your soldier is still there. It just looks different. It's a
Right.
home. It's
Right.
not in this thing that's not making you money. It's in that thing that's appreciating or making you income. You can't be scared to just because
Yeah.
that number is
I know
just
what
an
you're.
illusion,
Yeah.
bro.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But obviously taking risks and stuff like that. That's part of the game. If you can't, if you're not gonna risk it, you're not gonna, win. But you have to take precaution with everything you do with the stocks, with the real estate, with the whatever it is. You have to be smart about it. And as we always
Yeah.
say, do your research first. Spend some time on it, get to know ins and outs of it. You wouldn't want to jump to these things, and next thing you know, so wait, hold on, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about coverage. I didn't know about the, like crazy stuff. So
But
you
this is
learn,
what I will leave you
and
with, RJ.
always. I think even like having people that been through it helps so
Oh,
much with the because you're gonna have those questions. You're not gonna be able to cover every single thing. So having those people in your circle, the mentors, to fall back on and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is my situation. What would you do here? And hopefully you learn from it.
two things there. Well, I'm gonna piggyback on this one thing, and then I'm gonna transition it to fitness, just to make it relatable. What we're just talking about, making that money work. But to piggyback on RJ's point about, it does help having somebody that's been through it. Oh man, there's so much value to that, man, because you get to learn what wall they ran into so that you don't run into it, and they may have uncovered a shortcut or something that worked for them that can be replicated for success. Not everything can be replicated, but certain things can be. So it is important, and I agree with Art. That's a fantastic point. Be around people that have been there. This is why we do things like we hosted a conference 2 weeks ago, a financial conference in Tampa. The first one, it was amazing. And shout out to everybody and all the keynote speakers that were there. But there were people there that were speaking that were just resources. People I leverage now in today's time when I have need tips for something or guidance on something. And on top of that is join a financial community. Find a coach. Don't worry about, doesn't have to be me. Doesn't have to, but find people that can give you guidance. The thing that I'm blessed with is that in our community, we're able to impart back to people, and the questions they have, we have answers, and we have real life experiences on a lot of things that they can leverage. The second thing I'll tell you about RJ is going back to now switching back to fitness is, and this is the best way I can give you the analogy about making that money move. See, the money on the account always makes us feel good. because it's there, right? We see it. We can see that. It's the same thing as a cardio versus weightlifting. Man, when we feel like we need to lose weight, the first thing we think, we gotta go running, we gotta go do some cardio. And yeah, there's a value in cardio, right? Because we feel the sweat, we see the sweat, we feel the sweat, we see ourselves drenched, we feel like we're moving in the right direction. So we start cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio. But when somebody tells you that's good and all, but you got to put some weights on there if you really want to see true transformation. Yeah, but sometimes I'm lifting weights and I don't come out as sweaty as I do with cardio. So I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Weightlifting will get you there faster, right? It's the same thing, man. Holding the money in the savings account, it's like cardio. Yeah, there's value to it, but it's not the same as the weightlifting or as making your money move for yourself. So
Right.
weightlifting is the same thing, man. Same concept.
I got you.